from above of an anxious and nearly packed Michigan Stadium. You know, the Michigan players know that should they lose today, they will still share the Big Ten title. But they don't want that to happen at all. They still could go to the Rose Bowl. But you know what? They certainly aren't thinking along those lines.
Our goal was to win the Big Ten championship, not a share of the Big Ten championship. And seeing what happened and the reaction of those Ohio State players after last year is motivation for us, you know, to go out and play our best game.
The last 2 times these teams have met, Ohio State was ranked #2 in the nation, and Michigan pulled off the upset both times. This season, the roles are reversed. The Wolverines are ranked #1 or #2, depending upon your poll of choice, and Ohio State will try to ruin Michigan's season and at the same time enhance their own shot at a national title. The Michigan kids are well aware of the irony of this situation.
I came to Michigan to get a Rose Bowl ring before I got here. And until my senior year in '93, that season, they had won 5 straight Big Ten titles. And I said, that's what I want to play for. That's why I'm going up there, because they're going to win the Rose Bowl. They're going to have a winning season. And when I got here, you know, we slipped a little bit. But now, no, we back. Michigan is back, and we're going to be fired up, ready to go.
Indeed, they will be. You know, obviously, Charles Woodson gets most of the publicity on this Michigan team, and he deserves it. But there are others on that defense who have made significant contributions. Dave Llewellyn talked to one of those guys, senior defensive lineman Glenn Steele.
They don't wear red capes, just the famous winged helmets. But you can call the Michigan defense the Men of Steel. 5th-year senior Glenn Steele is one of the key performers for a group that has been both spectacular and stingy.
I couldn't ask to be in a better position than I'm in now. I mean, we're undefeated. I'm playing with a bunch of great guys, guys that worked hard and is deserving of what's, you know, of winning the Big Ten outright if that's what happens.
The Wolverines enter today's showdown with the Buckeyes 1st in the nation in scoring defense. They're also #1 in total defense and 1st in the country in pass efficiency. The Wolverines' record is perfect thus far, and the experience for Steele has matched that.
This has probably been my best year, and that you know, I've worked hard. I've worked hard out of season and in season. And, you know, it's something that I felt good all year. I haven't had any problems, any injuries or anything that would stop me from that.
I think the most important thing that Glenn Steele did was he conditioned extremely hard this last winter. He lost some weight, and then I think as he got into the season, because he was in great shape, he had more success. He could play longer. He played better, and I think what has happened is that he has played his best football here towards the end of the season.
Carr credits Steele and the other seniors for leading this team to the top of the Big Ten standings and the #1 ranking in the Associated Press poll.
It's something that we took on ourselves this year, that, you know, hey, you know, we're the older guys of this group, and, you know, the young guys are going to follow us. And then you have Marcus Ray and Sam Sword, and you got Chris Howard and Chris Floyd. I mean, each one of those guys has stepped up and took a role of leading this team. And I think when you have that, the younger guys are going to follow behind. They're going to work their tails off.
They know a lot about teamwork here at Rouge Steel. The steel is made here for the cars and trucks that drive the economy in southeastern Michigan and across the country. The molten iron is hot. It's being poured 2,500 degrees. And the Michigan defense has been virtually as strong as the product, the finished product, that comes out of this plant. And Glenn Steele has been leading the charge. In Dearborn, I'm Dave Llewellyn for the Big Ten Ticket.
All right, he certainly needs to come up big today against these Buckeyes. We're not through yet. The Tuffy Tough Guy and final thoughts from Bo coming up live from Michigan Stadium. This week's Tuffy Tough Guy of the Week, Michigan running back Chris Howard, 100 yards rushing against Wisconsin last week. Also pulled in 4 catches for 38 yards. Many of them clutch 3rd down grabs, and for his play, Chris Howard is the Tuffy Tough Guy of the Week. To catch a little bit of the flavor of this game from above, let's go up to Captain Dennis Neubacher, who's got a great seat. Dennis?
Boy, Don, we could watch the whole game from 500 feet above the stadium, and we'd have an absolute ball. And in fact, where we are right now, just south of the stadium, where you look at the crowd now, the crowd just really continues to flow in. We can actually smell the sausages from the tailgate parties being cooked, and it's making us quite hungry. But look at all the excitement and all the fun that we're seeing from above U of M Stadium for this big game as you see the Michigan team on the field. Live from News Chopper 7, Dennis Neubacher reporting. Don, back to you.
Thank you. Looks great from up here. Looks real good from down here as Bo sits alongside for some, you wouldn't mind being up there, would you?
Well, he's got an excellent view. I'll say that. I'd be a little nervous.
Are you nervous? Are you nervous? Do you get nervous?
I'm excited. I am really excited. This game is going to be a tremendously intense game. And what's got to happen is the team that wins has got to not make mistakes. And sometimes when you're real intense and you're flying around, you're not taking control of the ball, you're not concentrating on looking it in, and you may make some mistakes. And those mistakes could be costly.
And sometimes do you play tentatively afraid to make a mistake and rather than trying to do something?
You don't ever want to do that in this one. You just want to let it go and let it all hang out. And just remember, in your training, you've been told, don't be offside, don't fumble the ball, and don't throw interceptions.
All right, thanks.
I hate those things in big games.
As always, thank you for your insight. We'll see what happens today. That's our story live from Michigan Stadium. Michigan and Ohio State coming up next, right here on Channel 7. Thanks for watching. Enjoy this football game, everybody.
Channel 7's Big Ten ticket has been brought to you in part by your 31 Metro Detroit Ford dealers. Think Ford first. And by Tuffy Auto Service Centers. When your brakes need help, that's a toughie.